folks, how are you? We are going to learn how to play Rainbow by Kacey Musgraves today. I've arranged this for guitar. What we're going to do first is learn the chords in a pretty straightforward strumming sort of style, and then we'll talk about fingerstyle ideas that you can play on top of this tune that will sound awesome. Okay, let's kick it straight off. I've got a capo at the 3rd fret. So strumming wise, what we're going to do is we're going to play all the quavers or all the 8th notes. We're just going to play strum, strum, like that. Okay, so the chords are pretty straightforward. I'm just going to play through the intro, verse and first chorus. I'm going to count us in. We're going to start on a C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so how did he go? We've got C, A minor, F, C over G, C, A minor, and then we do a hold up on the F sus2. I might have played this. See, there's an open G in there, and that is the second of the key of F, so F, G, that's why it's F sus2. Okay, then it's pretty much the same sort of stuff, a bunch of pretty straightforward chords. And really nice switch into A minor to E7. And then I just played 1, 2, 3, right? So it's really 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then into the chorus. Okay. The only really tricky bit is coming to the end of the first line of the chorus, where we have A minor, this is the whole chorus, F, then C, G over B, A minor, D7. Now, it's a piano song, right? So, happens on the tune, right? We can do that. We can play G, then A minor 7, and then go to G this way around. So from G this way around, A minor 7. All right. And then it just comes back into C. A minor, F, C, A minor, C, then 2 bar, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now what we do here is we basically play the verse again exactly the same as we played it the first time. The second time we get into the chorus, it is almost exactly the same. We're going to play the D minor 7 comes in there. In the first chorus she sung over a D7, and in the second chorus her note, she sings an F. And obviously F, I'm talking as if the capo's not there. This note here over the D7 is going to be pretty gross, so switched it out to a D minor 7. It's quite hard to hear on the piano, I'm not 100% sure it's right. If you think you know what chord it is, leave a note in the comments. Then we've got the same thing. And then that just loops around. Second line of the second chorus. Now this time, A minor, C, then we hit a G, 2, and then we have an interlude. Let's learn that together. This is how it sounds. Okay, what happened there? So at the end of in the fourth bar there, we had a G sus4. So basically like a G major, just mute that second finger on the 5th string, put your index finger on C, hey presto, you've got G sus4. It's kind of telling us that something cool is coming. And the bridge has got some nice chords. This is how it sounds. A minor. Okay, so A minor. Now, this is a weird sounding chord, A minor major 7. All we're doing is we've got an A minor, and in this section we're going to drop this note through the chord. So it starts as A, G sharp, G, and then we put an F in the bottom of the chord. So those chords are A minor major 7, A minor 7, A minor 6. Okay, so how can we play those? You play like that, and you put your first finger flat, and then like this. You could put your 3rd and 4th fingers on the 2nd fret, and get your 2nd finger ready, so you could kind of do this. And then switch it up here, and then to A minor 6. Then on the 4 of the bar, so you'll have that 1, 2, 3, 4, and then into F. Now, that chord on the 4 is basically C with an E in the bass. 2, open 1. And then an F major. And then there's a quiet chorus. So what you could do here is this. Kick off the chorus. I was just playing on the change. When we come to the finger-picked version of this song, we can talk a bit more about that then. All right. Then the second half of that chorus, this is, by the way, the last chorus, we play C. Okay, let's talk about those final 11, 12 bars. We have that first line that we played, like every single chorus, I guess. 1, A minor, F, C, G over B, then A minor, into A7, and then that little G run. And then C. And this is exactly like the previous chorus, with one big change at the end. A minor, C, G, and then it loops back into the A minor, C, hold up on the D, 1, 2, 3, 4. And A minor, F major 7, and then that nice little ending is F6, so 3, 2, 4, 1, then a regular F, and then a C. And that's how you play Rainbow by Kacey Musgraves. If you're hung around for the finger picking, let's see how that works. So, here's your fingers. What you're going to do is you're basically going to do like the piano thing is doing. It's basically going kind of, right? So how we do that is our thumb is going to hit the A string, and then your second and third fingers are going to hit the second and third strings. And then with your index finger, you're going to bounce on that D string. So it's going to be 1 and 2 and. Okay, so this is how the intro would sound. Or even nicer. So you've just got to move your thumb to the root note of the chord each time. So you saw there when I hit the C over G, I switched my thumb onto the low string, right? Okay. All right, so then the verse starts. Something you can do which is really cool, you just run your fingers through the chord and then do a hammer on with your second finger at the same time. You get this kind of coming into the chord vibe, right? Nice, hey? Okay, so let's kick off that verse. We can do the same thing. Do the same thing over the F, and then C over G. You can run a B note in between, so sometimes it goes to a sus4 there, so you're like F, and then A minor, E7, right? Just running my fingers through there, right? And then the chorus, F, C, D7, and then back into C. One strum of G, C, 2, repeat the verse, 4, and you could change around. You could play like a C, tops, A minor. See what I mean? So you can kind of make it as you like, but that sort of piano thing, they're going to chord, bass, chord, you know. Verse, C, F, G sus4, G, A minor. That kind of thing. So you can kind of grab those strings like that all the time. Now there is one small extra part in that bridge. You can do this. Really nice, so maybe you could just, you know, pop that in just this part only. D7. Okay, and that's the kind of vibe of what you could do with your fingers. I hope this lesson has helped. If you want charts and all that sort of thing, you can grab them at Patreon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.